Hello everyone, this is Mark from ServerMania, here today to walk you through how to install your own mail server following our tutorial. Before we get started, you're going to want to have your server ready. This tutorial will be using Ubuntu version 14.04. Mail Server in a Box, which is the software that we're going to be using, plans to do an update to support Ubuntu version 16 and 18 in the coming months. So we'll make sure to update this text tutorial once that happens, so you know how to upgrade. But the steps of this video tutorial should remain the same, so we'll update this if needed. We'll start the process by logging into root in our server. I'm using a Mac, so I can log in with the terminal, but if you're using a PC, then you'll want to download PuTTY, and you can download that, and then you'll be able to log into SSH of the server. So we're logged in here. We'll start by doing a apt-get update, but I've already performed that just to ensure our server is up to date. Next, we're going to install Git if it's not already available. And we're going to download the software for Mail in a Box. Going to change into the directory. Then we're going to run the installation script. The script will run the installation steps. If you're still looking to set up a server, we do have a promotion to receive the first month of any hybrid server for free. All you need to do is book a free consultation with us. Details of that are just right below this video. The server that I'm using is a ServerMania hybrid server. It's $29 a month. So that's a pretty good value for an email server, especially when you consider that you can install other services on it. Like this server, I have it running my own clouds, just like Dropbox, so I can upload files using OwnCloud. And I also have it set up to provide a VPN service. So it's a pretty good deal. I mean, each of those services alone, if you were going to buy them, would be about $10 each. So we have the installation script up now. We'll just hit OK. So we'll start with the email address that we're going to set up. So I'm going to do we'll keep that host name. This is our public IP. Then it'll continue on with the steps. Alright, now that the installation process has completed, it moves me right on to package configuration. So I'll go through and select my configuration here. And I'll hit tab to go to OK. I'll select my city for the time zone. Tab again for OK. As I was waiting for that installation to proceed, I went ahead to my domain registrar and set the glue records, which is the NS1 and NS2 for the domain name, to my main server IP address that I received from ServerMania. And then I also went ahead and set the name servers on my domain to those name servers. So this is the ideal configuration if your domain isn't being used for anything else, like hosting a website. This would essentially allow the Mail in a Box platform to control all of the name servers and handle the DNS. If you are using your domain for other things, then you'd just want to set the MX record using whatever name server host you're using. If you're using Cloudflare or if you're using your domain registrar, then you just want to set the MX record rather than set the name servers, because otherwise you're going to lose any A records for for any websites you may be hosting on the server. So just keep that in mind. Your specific configuration requirements for the domain may be different than what we have in the tutorial, but if you're just using this domain for email and nothing else, then that's pretty safe just to go ahead and set those two glue records and the name servers. If you need any instructions on setting the glue records, you just want to look at your domain registrar because every control panel is going to be different. They should have a tutorial on how to do that on their website. Okay, now that the installation has complete, we'll go ahead and reboot the server. After rebooting the server, I wasn't able to access the Mail-in-a-Box management console, and I realized that the installation process had failed because Nextcloud wasn't able to upgrade. So if you run into this issue yourself, in order to resolve it, you can simply go back, change directory into the Mail-in-the-Box folder, and rerun the installation script. In this case, it was successful in installing Nextcloud and proceeded to move on to installing the rest of the required services. So I'll go ahead and let that run. Now that that process is complete, we will set up our mail account. Click OK. I'll set up the password for it. Hit enter. I'll type in the password again. Now that installation is completed, we'll see the IP in order to access our admin panel right here. So you can copy that into your browser and you can log in with the email that you previously created. The first page you'll see is just system status checks. So you'll just want to make sure that you've addressed all of these items. In my particular case, the name servers haven't propagated yet, so you'll just want to give that a few hours or up to 24 hours depending on your configuration. From this page you can see different things like status checks, SSL certificates, set up backup. You can do custom DNS, so if you are going to use this system to control your DNS, then this is the section which will allow you to create DNS records. So that you can have a website also running on this. You'll also find instructions on how to check your webmail. So Mail-in-a-Box comes with Roundcube webmail. And these will include your email client settings in order to check your email. You'll also see users. So this will allow you to create mail users, including their passwords, whether or not they're a normal or administrator. We can see the email that we created during the installation process. There's also an API that you can use here. And you can also find contacts and calendar synchronization using CardDAB or CalDAB has been set up during this process. And you can this installation script sets up static web hosting. It sets up an Apache server. So this is the directory if you want to upload files. And that completes the installation of your email server. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below this article, and I'll make sure to answer those as quickly as I can. If you're still looking for a server, feel free to reach out to us. You can get first month free on a hybrid server just by booking a free consultation. We'll just chat with you for a few minutes to figure out what's the best server for your needs to make sure you're getting the best deal. Then you'll get the first month free. Make sure to check out our 6 costly mistakes to avoid when setting up and managing email servers. This will just go through some critical steps you'll want to follow now that your email server is set up. Make sure you save some money and time in the future. Thanks for watching.